My man George and chat already popping in, but you know what time it is. I'm Wole, and you're listening to the Urban Sports Scene Super Bowl 60 post game show tonight. The Seattle Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots 29-13. That was BTA, man. That was belt the ass. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But before we get into this post game talk, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for folks to kind of who can join the conversation and discussion. I want to hear everybody's thoughts. So everybody, folks on camera, they can kind of say what they feel about the Super Bowl. But before we dive into all that, you can check out our website, which is www.urbansportsing.com. You can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene. Sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, let me give y'all my overall thoughts before I put the link in the chat for folks to pull up. Yeah, man, like I said, it was over. That was dominant effort by the Seattle Seahawks defense. I mean, as Commander fans, we kind of saw it when we played them, how elite that defense is. You got Witherspoon, you got a pass rush, you got the rookie safety from South Carolina. They got dudes out there, and they got one of them great coaches in the NFL and Mike Macdonald. Yeah, like I think Santiago said it here, man. Some folks wanted Mike as the head coach of the Washington Commanders. Yeah, man, Commanders fans wanted him, man, and you see it. Like, he's one of them young up and coming coaches, man. What's going on, Lou? My man George in the chat, man. Let's talk about it, Trick Williams style. Yeah, man, they bring pressure, and it goes away from the whole thought process. You got to bring an offensive-minded coach as your head coach, right? They brought in a dude that's a defensive-minded coach, and you saw, as much as we love offense, that Super Bowl was won by the defense. You know what I'm saying? That was a defensive effort. That was defense. I mean, and that's when we hear the debate of, can you win a Super Bowl when not an elite quarterback and this, that, and the other? We just saw pretty much a Seattle Seahawks defense that dominated the Super Bowl defensively. And all those points they scored towards the end is because they pretty much let up. You know what I mean? Like, that was a dominant performance by the Seattle Seahawks defense. So for me, when I look at this Super Bowl, what stands out to me is that defense. Granted, I think, and then it hasn't come out yet, probably Kenneth Walker will probably get Super Bowl MVP, because you can't really space it out and say the Seattle defense as a whole deserves a Super Bowl MVP. But yeah, now I don't think at George, I don't think it'll be for Sam Darnold at all. Like, this was not a Sam Darnold game. I think he threw for 50%, 202 yards. This game, if you're gonna go for the offense, this game was pretty much dominated by Kenneth Walker, for real, who is a free agent. That's FYI. So for Washington fans, he is a free agent. Just saying. Yeah, Walker, he better. MVP to Walker, yeah, better be. I haven't checked it. It should be. What's going on, Paul, in the chat? What's going on? I see you, Paul. But let Yemi put in the link in the chat and I'm gonna say, like I said before, anytime I do open this up, I want folks to make sure folks respect everybody's opinion. If you pull up, if you disagree, just say you disagree. But no name calling, disrespect everybody in the chat. All right, let me put the link in the chat. George, Paul, Todd, Paul, Santiago, Slim. If y'all feel like pulling up, pull up, man. Don't have to show you don't have to show your face. You know what I mean? We respect everybody out here, because we love everybody out here. But here, the link is in the chat. It's in there, so feel free to pull up and tell me what you feel about the Super Bowl. Again, the Super Bowl to me was it was boring. It wasn't the most exciting sense of football. What did George put out here? I think I see a comment from George. After Hurts got it last year. I see you, Paul. You can never trust the people that vote on this. Kenneth Walker wouldn't look too bad in burgundy and gold. I agree. We got my man Paul out here. I see my man George. What's going on, fellas? So
George.
What's going on? So let me start it off first with my man George. He's never done this with us before on the Urban Sports Scene. So George, your overall thoughts on this Super Bowl, my guy?
I did not enjoy this as much as Seattle beating Denver, in part because there was a lot more Virginia connections in that Super Bowl. Plus, Peyton Manning being humbled and embarrassed was something I just was beyond joy for me. Although Drake Maye getting humbled after some of the nonsense I've heard, not from you because you're doing it from a right place, and other people in
I don't do that like stuff.
Certain parts of the media in DC were doing it from the wrong place. We know who they are. I did enjoy that part. What I enjoyed most, honestly, is that I enjoyed that first half. Defense, running the football, playing field position, no ludicrous fourth down attempts. Oh, yeah. That's real football to me.
Old school football.
Right there. That's real football to me. Right. And give the Patriots this. They at least held up in the red zone, so they didn't get totally blown out like the Broncos did. And it wasn't completely as embarrassing as it could be. Of course, I say this to the Patriots, Travion Henderson, you might want to give him the ball more than Ramondre Stevenson.
That was crazy.
I'm just saying.
I agree. I agree.
But I enjoyed this Super Bowl tremendously. I had a couple of picks that were winners, especially Seattle touchdown. I'm so happy about it. I was so happy about that one at the end. But this was great because the best team won.
Yes.
The best team for most of the year won. The more complete team won. And they did it with defense and special teams and running the football. And the quarterback almost had nothing to do with it. So that's kind of perfect for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said, George. Paul, your thoughts on this bowl?
Well, this bowl, I agree with George. I like the first half, good defense, both sides. And then it got to a point where when I told you Houston had the same game plan, they shut down New England's offense, but Seattle didn't turn the ball over this game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you're going against elite defenses, bro. Like, it's just going to happen. When you play elite defenses, the difference was, like, obviously the snow game, we couldn't really indicate what it was, but the defenses, like, when you play against the elite defenses, it is what it is. Like, you know, and I said this before, man. Like, we saw one thing. I'll say this, and not even. I just think Seattle's just in a different league. I'm gonna be real with you. The only team that I've seen this season that could put points on Seattle is probably LA Rams. Real talk. Like nobody else. Like we saw them here. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't even move the ball against them. You know what I'm saying? Period. No. And we can move, and literally, you know, we typically, regardless of what you think of us, we can move the football. That's when I knew, like, their defense is on a whole different level. Like they are. Like them in Houston, you're right. Them in Houston are elite defenses. You know what I'm saying? Houston would have probably beat them too if West old boy didn't turn the ball over 100 times. Definitely agree with you.
Yeah, Stroud turned the ball over too much. So I'm sitting there thinking like, man, this could have been Houston, Seattle. And it would have been 10-3 or 3-3 or whatever.
I agree.
Those New England defenders are going to be thinking about all them dropped interceptions, though. Darnold
tried.
He tried.
Don't get me started on Darnold. He had my man Rashid open twice for touchdowns. He just overthrew him and he underthrew him both times. I'm like, come on.
But I got to shout out to Christian Gonzalez.
Oh, Gonzalez. Woo.
Man, them plays, bro. Those are elite plays. I know we go on as Washington fans, we talk about it all. We talk about him often. But he was elite.
Just hurts.
He was elite. He was elite, bro. He was elite.
It hurts my soul, Wole, that man is not a commander.
He's elite. I see DC Slim in there. I'm going to include him. What's going on, Slim?
What up, Slim?
Fellas. George, what's up, George? My man, what it do?
What it do? So I'm going to get your overall. So, Slim, your overall thoughts on this game, man.
Hey, that was a dream come true, man. I like defense. I like boring games.
It was,
like
man. That was good. That was good defense, bro.
And I got to give it to the Patriots defense.
Yeah, they tried.
Because they was balling, dog. They were just as good as the Seahawks without the sacks.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
It was a good game. One thing I like athletic veterans mixed with young players out there. That was a beautiful sight.
Nah, I agree. I think that, like, one thing about, I'm glad you do what you mentioned, that, like, just like the Patriots defense, that's not going to be talked about. They actually played well too. It's just that, like, they had a couple. I think the difference is, and I think Chris Collinsworth mentioned, and I totally agree. The difference was, like, Sam Darnold would avoid those sacks, and, like, because he was like, really, truth be told, they had him, and he just he found a way to avoid those sacks and get like first downs and this, that, and the other. While on the other side, and I think a little bit is this is true. The other side, Drake Maye wasn't, and he was shook. Like Drake Maye was shook. Like they had that man like looking both ways, and then when he had time in the pocket, he would miss the dude open and throw an erratic throw. Like they had him shook from throughout the whole game. I don't care about charity time. Like they had him pretty much shook throughout the whole game. So, but like to me, the difference was Sam Darnold, even though like George is right, he like the Patriots could have had a couple picks. I agree with you with that, but he was still composed though within that. Like I don't think he wasn't as rattled as when we saw as Sam Darnold. Like I mean, as Drake Maye. Drake Maye was rattled.
Hey, I also think I don't think the Patriots had the five. Their wide receiver core is.
They don't really. Everybody talk about it. Everybody talk about it. That's why I be telling like people be talking about they got weapons. Like their weapons ain't that thorough. Like they gotta stop doing that. Like I agree with you. And like to George's point, the only weapon, and I'm gonna be real, like when you're playing against a Seattle Seahawks team like defense like that, for you not to really give Travion Henderson a game breaking player touches when you know you're not, it's hard to literally go like have a long drive against that defense. That defense is that good. So if you got a home run threat, why are you not giving him the opportunity? You know what I mean? Like you need home run threats because, like what Slim said, you don't got breakaway threats on that offense like that. You know what I mean?
Except for him.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs it's more of a route runner. He ain't getting you the big explosive plays. He's a route runner.
I love Stephon Diggs to bits, but I think he's starting to get old.
But
it makes me sad.
Yeah, that too. But you know what I mean? But again, he had a good season, but he's not at this point, he's not what he was 5 years ago in terms of game breaking.
Yeah, he's not making that play that he made in Minnesota. He's not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Newsflash: Kenneth Walker is the MVP of the Super Bowl.
I see it. I got it.
So,
yes, thank God.
Yeah.
I had to rethink this, man. I think the kicker should have got it, man.
I mean, Kenneth Walker had 100.
Nah.
But he
Kenneth Walker.
But I feel you though, he did. I mean, I thought about the kicker though, Slim, but I was like, nah, Kenneth Walker actually could have had. Truth be told, that holding almost screwed him because he should have had that. He should have had 200 yards for real.
Right.
Yeah. If he got the touchdown, I would have said
the punter was more valuable than the kicker because the punter just kept putting New England back, and that's all people forget this. But field position in these playoff games is so important because your offense is different when you're backed up inside your own 20. You're not as bold, or most coordinators aren't, and the pressure is even more urgent because you make a mistake down there, you're giving the other team a touchdown.
Right.
Santiago. Diggs played. He was out there.
Catches.
I mean, like when you're going against elite, like you're going against Witherspoon, man. Diggs ain't he ain't the same Diggs to beat a dude like Witherspoon 1-on-1.
No,
it's what it is. But that's the thing, Slim, I agree with you because that's the one narrative I didn't like when people kept saying about Drake Maye, like, oh, Drake Maye got weapons. I was like, I mean, really, compared to what
I'll add this. I don't think Vrabel helped Drake Maye, even though I think Drake Maye is completely overrated. I don't think he put no pass protection over there.
Not at all. Not at all.
One time. So he really didn't make any adjustments to save his quarterback. Their running game, they actually was moving the ball.
They ran the ball decently. They did run. Like Stevenson did run the ball. Like I think Stevenson like average yards per. What was the average yards to carry? Stevenson averaged 3.2. No, sorry, 3.3. They're 3.3 and Drake. Yeah, I mean they could have. I know in the first half, I'm with you, Slim. In the first half though, they ran the ball decently at times, and then all of a sudden they would kind of go. They would try to throw the ball, and Drake Maye would get sacked. They couldn't protect him. They just couldn't protect him.
To your point, I think they panicked when they fell behind 9-0. I think they kind of panicked, be like, all right, this is not our day offensively, so we're gonna kind of. They panicked. They thought 9-0 was like feel like 21-0 in them. You could tell on the sideline. Yeah, Morgan Moses talking to them early. I'm like, come on, it's only first 5 minutes of the game. So yeah, I think Seattle's defense intimidated them early in the game and said, "Hey, we're gonna be here all day." That's what happened.
You know what, Paul?
Go, Slim. Go ahead. Slim said something. Go ahead, Slim. Then I'm gonna go to you, George.
I really don't think that I don't think Seattle played like outstanding.
I don't think they outstanding offensively, no, but I think their defense.
I'm saying defensively too. I don't think like the Patriots could have won that game. Okay, they was in it. They was a Sam Darnold interception away from.
I agree with that. I agree with you. I agree with that one.
At the same time, I didn't see anything outrageous. That 4-man front kept getting there because Vrabel wasn't adjusting to it. Mm-hmm. He didn't make no adjustment.
Or Mike McDaniels, or Josh McDaniels.
And look, let's do this Josh McDaniels thing. I am so tired of people making it look like he is a genius. Oh man, they put him on a super high pedestal, man. But and that's another thing. He didn't save his quarterback.
No, he didn't save his quarterback.
That's when I say I didn't see anything spectacular from Seattle. I actually think the Patriots contributed to that Super Bowl victory.
Like Wole said, though, there's levels to this. Yeah. McVay had weapons in an MVP quarterback, and they put up almost 35 points on him.
Yeah.
So it's like you trying to. I think Vrabel got frustrated because they don't have the weapons, and you had a second-year quarterback. And like you said, DC Slim, I agree with you. Seattle played their normal basic defense they've been playing the whole year.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing special. It's just they just intimidated to the fact that, hey, we're gonna be here all day. We don't believe none of your receivers could beat us deep. And we just gonna clamp down, and we gonna blitz every once in a while. We're gonna sit in the zone all day. But
man, that's
New England didn't have a Puka.
Hold on. Let me go to George. Go ahead, George. Go to George.
What y'all were saying about the Patriots offensive line sparked this thought in me, because DC Slim, you've made the case that Washington should trade Laramie Tunsil. Don't you think the Patriots would pay a lot for Laramie Tunsil, given what happened with that left tackle of theirs tonight?
Well, you know what?
He got beat like a rented mule.
Well, it was actually 2 rookies over there the whole game. So they really can't talk to each other. And once again, I go back to the offensive coordinator. That's his job to come up. I can't blame them for that. I do agree with you, George, and I do think Tunsil was definitely good trade bait. Good trade bait. Oh yes, indeed. Oh yeah.
Oh, for them to them. Yeah, to them.
Yes,
after watching this,
I mean, wouldn't New England have to think about that if that was out there? I don't want to trade Tunsil, but Will Campbell.
My gosh,
this has been a whole playoffs.
That was bad.
He has been run through and run over constantly. And I mean, to your point, DC Slim, where's the tight end helping? Where's the running back chipping? I mean, something, anything to help this guy.
They couldn't. They had no answers for the test today, folks.
They didn't. No, I think I agree with everything everyone's saying in terms of like I agree with Slim, because I don't feel like Seattle, like the Patriots, didn't do anything special didn't do anything special to kind of threaten Seattle. You know what I mean? Like everything was so basic. And then and to DC Slim's point, like they're waiting for long developing plays with a bad offensive line against that pass rush or a unit that's blitzing, and you don't have any home run. You don't really have any one-on-one ISO home run players, man. Like that's the thing. Like you don't got the speed demon to beat you deep. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have them guys. You mentioned the Rams. The Rams got weapons everywhere on that offense. You know what I'm saying? Their running backs, they got weapons. They got 2 number 1s at wide receiver. That's just different, bro. Like there's no break. In Seattle, you got one of the best cornerbacks in football in Witherspoon. So you're taking away one. And the other one is honestly barely a number 2, number 3 wide receiver. Diggs is good. Like I would call him. You're gonna call Diggs your number 1. Diggs at this point in time, his career ain't good enough to threaten Witherspoon, to be real with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's not good enough. Witherspoon is that type of corner. Then until you're talking about Hollins and Butte and all, they're not elite number 2s. They're quality, but they're not elite number 2s when you're going against that kind of defense. Like I said, there's levels to this. When you're going against a defense like that with safety play, cornerback play, you need 2 studs. We saw that here.
Let me ask you this, because I'll be honest with you on this too. I think Drake Maye, them dudes was open though. Like it was some people who Drake Maye could have threw the ball to.
The one joint, no, I'm gonna be real with you. They weren't open, but they were open. Like what I mean by that is, like
he
initially
wasn't throwing them open.
He wasn't throwing them open initially, but I think he was already shook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like when they weren't open initially in the beginning. Then when they got open, because in the second they started getting open like little by little. I agree with you, Slim, but he was already shook. It's like the whole he missed throws. It's like we've been like, all right, let's use it like being Redskin fans, Commander fans. Like when Patrick Ramsey kept getting hit, all of a sudden Patrick Ramsey wasn't accurate. Like he just started seeing everybody. He started seeing ghosts, and he wasn't making the same throws when he wasn't like when we saw Patrick Ramsey at the time. We're like, oh shoot. Patrick Ramsey looked like he can be one of the, like he can be a good young quarterback. Then eventually when them hips and spur hit got to him and them hits started coming more constantly, then it was like, all right, he would miss all the open throws. That's what we saw a big third down. Drake Maye missed some dudes wide open because by that time, like it was already over, bro. Like it was already over. Like he was already seeing ghosts. You saw it. You could tell by body language. He was already seeing ghosts.
So they sped his clock up. His clock was sped up.
Like because what they did was they blitzed a lot early, and then once he was already spooked, it was a wrap.
And you had receivers dropping passes too.
I mean, some of them passes
Butte dropped a few.
Yeah, but I think some of them, and y'all know I like Drake Maye, but I think some of them passes was on Drake. He didn't make life easy. You know what I'm saying for these receivers. Like the one up the middle, I think people are going to talk about a drop. I think he could have gave it to him more to the body to a point where that receiver doesn't have to make a special play. I'm all about knowing your personnel and who you throw the football to. Like when you throw it into,
if he wouldn't have threw that pick, if they would have had a solid drive on that long pick,
I agree.
We'd have had a ball game.
I agree with that too. So I'm saying like when you shook, it's over. Like to me, once he had a bad first half, it was a wrap. Like it didn't matter. I don't care. Like a lot of that stuff. Again, I'm gonna be real. When you up 19-0, when they scored that touchdown, was it 19? Yeah, the 19.
Yeah, it was 19-0.
Man, Seattle defense wasn't playing anymore. They was good. They was good. Yeah. They was good. They were like, I ain't coming back. And then, when they scored that touchdown, you just like anything, when you got a blowout, when you feel like it's a blowout, you're going to let up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to let up. I feel like they let up a little bit.
I don't know about that let up, though. Well, I don't know if I don't think neither.
Nah, they let up. They let up.
I don't think neither one of these offenses, like just looking at the game, was made to win the game. As even though the Patriots lost, I am still going to blame this loss on their head coach and their offensive coordinator. Because whoever was calling that defense, that was amazing. For them, just a bunch of no-name dudes and their cornerback played super solid all game. Man, they made no adjustments. They was right there. I mean, just think, dog, they had 50 yards at the end of the first half. Crazy, and they still had a chance to win.
No, that's why the defense. Quarter. That's why defense deserves a lot of credit, bro. I'm with you. I agree because I feel like I was thinking in the back of my mind was like, all right, Seattle's going to bite themselves in the butt by you kicking all these field goals and not taking advantage of this game because they're dominating the game. They're only up because it should be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, I was like, all right, you're going to give this man an opportunity to give you like some 2 touchdowns, and then you screwed yourself out of that opportunity. Trinity U7D said, do y'all think Maye could have been more mobile and extend the play? I do agree. I think he should have ran more. 100%. Ran more. I think he had time in the pocket, and he was overthinking it. He had some cover sacks. I think those plays he should just took it and run and ran with it.
He would have ran with it, but
he really had no time in that first half, though. Not in the first half. Not in the first half, but he had time after that. Like, he had some points in the pocket where he could have just took off, but he chose to, like, stay in the pocket. He took a sack. Like,
one thing y'all didn't notice, though. Sorry, I interrupt you, Wole.
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing you didn't notice, though, they took away his run because, like you said, they didn't want to run him. But if he would start running, they had my man Emmanuel and Witherspoon were just lurking, waiting for him to run. So him running against Seattle's defense wouldn't have did no good, to be honest with you, because they would have caught him anyway.
But I mean, he would have ran. You got to start, but you got to get positive yards rather than going backwards. That's what I'm saying. Right. You got to get the 3 to 4. Instead of, again, when you're playing a defense like that, you got to take everything you can get. All this, like you can't settle and just say, I'm gonna stay in the pocket when your guys are covered or you're not covered and you're not making the throws. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I've always said. As much as you know, folks about like JD5 running. That's one thing I do like about him, that he does. If he don't see it, he goes. I'm cool with that. If you don't see it, you got to go. I'd rather you do that than taking negative plays or throwing an interception. If you don't see it, you just got to go. And I think, and Maye is mobile. He's mobile enough to go. And we've seen that. You saw that in the Broncos game where he ran for a bunch of yards, and he didn't throw for a lot, but he ran for a bunch of yards. So run. If you got to run, use your legs. God blessed you with them joints. Run.
Like DC Slim said, before I get this point, you talk about coaching. I gotta give my man Clint Kubiak that touchdown pass to the wide open tight end. It was set up by your boy Walker. The play action, they caught him in the blitz, caught him in the right defense, and they just threw it. The man was wide open. I was like, yeah, that's what you call doing what they're doing. And you said we got the right call at the right time to break the game wide open. They caught him. So I was like, Clint got that eye. That Shanahan tree, boy, I tell you might hold him down for a little bit, but the more you play him, they figure it out.
I don't think they figured anything out. I ain't gonna hold you. They just got one play. Like, that was all defense, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
like,
but
they was committed to trying to stop them from running the clock out.
Yeah, that was already. Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. That game was. That game, like, it was a clinching touchdown. Don't get twisted, but it was a turnover that led to it. It's already over. That game was already over. Like, I didn't even like that. To me, like, all right, I don't put, and this is no disrespect to nobody. This game, the offense on that side of the field, and it's not because they're a bad play caller or offense. This, like Slim said, their defense is good. The Patriots defense was good. This game was totally really dominated by a defense, bro. Like, I feel like when I look at this game, ain't nothing offensively nice about this game. Like, I don't think any coordinator should say, yo, this is what my resume, like, they can use film and say, this is what made me look good or whatever, because this game was a defense game. Like, I'm being real. Like, it was a defense. Like, if you were a coordinator, then you show this tape and say, I'm good. I'm that dude. If you're a defensive coordinator, you'd be like, hey, hire me off of this.
I'm not going to say something.
They shut Jackson Smith down for
most of the game, for real. Yes, for real. He ain't doing nothing. They were trying to be creative, giving the ball. They were trying to be, and I'm saying, to your point, that's what I'm saying. That's the only person they ain't take away, and he's had a good run in the whole postseason, is Kenneth Walker, the third. Like, he's been killing. So I just feel like this, like, the defense allowed them to do whatever offensively. You know what I'm saying? They were conservative, to be real with you. Like, they were conservative. They were like, we don't need to mess this up.
Nope.
Like, Drake, and they can't do nothing with it. Even like, they was 3rd and 5. How many times in today's NFL we see people go for it in 4th and 5? They were on the other. They was on the plus side. The other team's on the plus side. Right. And he was like, "Nah, we're good. Nah, let's punt this. Let's back him up. Go against our defense." You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. And it was injured. He got injured at the end. Jackson Smith was injured at the end, but it was like, for most of the game, he wasn't really doing anything. For most of the game,
they was force feeding him at the beginning.
They were trying to force feed him. Yep, they were. Yeah. It was, to me, it was more of like, to me, it was more tight end running back than we used, to be honest with you. And Cooper Kupp had a good game. So
he did.
You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like, I just don't like this game. Like, I think you're gonna look at the score and you're not gonna really appreciate, for New England. If I'm a New England fan, you're not gonna appreciate that defense, because that defense did do its job. Like, if Drake Maye doesn't turn the ball over that many times, the score is much closer than that. Like, it's not even like they may lose. They'll still probably lose, but the score will be like, oh, this is a defensive slugfest. When you see 29, you thinking to yourself, oh, this game really was. They were scoring on. Really, the Patriots defense did their job. If I'm Gonzalez, I see why, like, anybody on that defense would be annoyed about because they put in effort. They put maximum effort, and they deserve the better outcome than what they got.
Exactly. Let me ask you a quick question for everybody in the panel and everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Is this one of the top 5 defensive performances in Super Bowl history?
Nah.
Hell yeah.
Offensive. You think it's top 5? I like what top 5. I like what the Ravens did in their first Super Bowl.
Yeah, I had that on my list.
I like what Seattle did to Peyton Manning. I thought that was thorough. That was some gangster stuff. That was gangster.
So we basing it on the talent that it was against, or just complete numbers?
Overall performance, how they
Overall
dominated.
performance.
Yeah, overall performance.
Yeah, I don't really think they dominated because I think New England actually played just as good
As
with
them?
the turnovers. So
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
think it
saying.
was
Like,
a great game because both teams played great defense.
oh, you think it's a defensive overall? You talking about defense overall Super Bowl, right? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
Yeah, I'm
saying?
talking about
yeah.
and then the
He's
winner.
saying one.
That's-
He's saying one unit. Like, is it the best for one unit?
Oh no,
Nah.
You know what takes away from
Denver,
it for me?
Denver Super Bowl was vicious. Yeah, that one was vicious too. The Broncos
Eagles last year, yes.
Eagles. Oh yeah, the Eagles joint was.
last year. I forgot. Ooh.
Yo, Eagles joint was thrill. Was true.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The Eagles joint was job. That was disrespectful.
That was disrespectful.
What they did
right
to Patrick
there,
Mahomes was real disrespectful. Yeah, that may be one of them. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. If you Eagles fan, I'm gonna give you your flowers. That one was real mean. That one was mean. I ain't gonna lie to you. That one
You know
was
what
mean.
takes away from it for me is the fact that Drake Maye was so bad in the other playoff games.
Yeah.
If Drake
Yeah.
Maye
I
had
want
been
you on that,
playing
George.
really well and they shut him down, I think we'd view it differently. Let's remember, Patriots kept the Rams out of the end zone. And I know they had Jared Goff and not Matthew Stafford, but the Rams had weapons and were pretty good, and the Patriots kept them out of the end zone for the whole game.
Well, no, let me add to that, George. What if I say this? Because I'm thinking this the whole game. Bro, that should have been Buffalo, Seattle right there.
It should have been, yes.
Now, and I honestly believe
or Houston,
Houston, Seattle.
Couldn't be Houston because you'll get the same Drake Maye effect.
I like that one. Oh, I know you're thinking like that's not a bad one. Yeah,
that's why I say Josh Allen to me, man, he would have gave Seattle hell today, dog.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
He's elite,
nothing like this.
He's elite.
You know, so and plus, it just would have gave us something better to watch. You know, because Sam Darnold, he didn't look no better than Drake.
No, he didn't. Nah, he got. I'm gonna be real with you. If they didn't, to your point, so George said it, and I think it deserves. Like, if Seattle didn't miss, if the Patriots didn't miss some of them interceptions, shoot, even the one Gonzalez at the end of the half when he threw that pass to the middle trying to hit Jackson Smith. Gonzalez had two hands. He was ready to pull that thing in. Like if he throw, because that would have took away 3 points from him. I with you, Slim. I don't think Sam Darnold played a great. It was just as bad because I felt like the Patriots were close on getting interceptions. They had a few near interceptions. They turned them over there. Yeah, it's a different outcome. I just felt like Seattle made more plays when needed than like the Patriots defense. That's what happened. Like I do think. The Patriots played a good style of defense. They played well, but they didn't make enough plays. But while Seattle made those plays, you know what I mean? Like they're like watching that game. Like Sam Darnold, like they missed sacks. Some of the plays like Sam Darnold avoided sacks, but they missed sacks. Like Milton, it's Milton, right? Milton missed like straight on sacks. Like
it was 3 of them.
Straight on sacks, and I'm like, bruh, Like, all right, Sam Darnold got some athletic ability. I ain't taking nothing away from him, but the dude ain't Mike Vick now. What are we doing?
Santiago mentions the Giants stopping Brady.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm going to go way back.
They scored a lot, though. They scored. Which Brady?
They scored a lot.
They scored, though.
I think he's talking about the 17-0 when they stopped them from going undefeated.
They scored, though.
They still scored, though.
That ain't the Giants one for me.
Yeah.
I'm going way back because this was when I was a little kid. So Paul and Wole, you wouldn't have been around. Wole, you would have maybe been a baby. The Giants had John Elway in hell in a Super Bowl.
Oh, I saw that one.
John Elway is
goodness.
Hey George,
Carl Banks was killing them that game.
Huh?
Yeah. Carl Banks.
Yeah, Carl Banks was killing them. Yeah.
Hey, I remember that one. Lord,
I watched the replay.
He was in hell, and he's one of the all-time greats. And they locked him up.
We did too. 91. I mean, like we shut down Buffalo.
After being dead, but I was more like Doug Williams made them tap.
No, I'm talking about 91.
I'm talking about 91. 91.
Oh, you talking about 91? Well, that was the Bill. We let the Bills score a little bit at the end.
At the end, we gave them like charity points though. That was little. Yeah, we dominated their offense.
Oh yeah,
and their offense was one of the best offenses in the league at that time. We dominated that offense.
Now the story behind that.
I'm rolling with George on this one, man. Myron Guyton, Leonard Marshall.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Hey, listen, man. Carl Banks. Hey, listen, that Giants defense right there. Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out on this. That might be the best defense. That's better than the Ravens defense. That might be the
You think
best
so?
defensive. Dog,
No,
if
I
you
got one. I
add,
got
if
one
you
for you though.
They was
Chicago's in.
nasty.
That's what I'm about to say. 86 Bears.
Yeah,
nah,
Chicago's
the
even
Yeah, I
better
know you
86
got
than
to put the
Bears is
85 Bears
cool,
in there too.
but
Yes.
but
yeah.
that Giants with Bill. Look, man, you had Bill Parcells and Belichick as the coach and the coordinator.
Man,
All right,
you had the
Mm.
Ryan, you had Rex Ryan, you had you had not
Buddy
Rex,
Ryan.
Buddy Ryan.
oh
You had
yeah,
Buddy
as
Ryan on
yeah.
that joint. Come on, man.
Now, hey,
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come
okay,
on.
you know what? I'll call that a tie.
The only
If you
thing that
Yeah.
just
takes
base
away
it on
from that Bears
players,
Super
though,
Bowl is that you could argue that's the worst quarterback to ever start a Super Bowl.
Who McMahon?
Tony
Who was
Eason.
that? Tony Eason. Oh
Tony
yeah, he was.
Eason.
Eason, yeah.
great point.
It's
You're
him or
right.
Great
Rex
point.
Grossman. Take your pick.
Yeah, so that means the Giants win. Yeah, bam. There we go. Yeah.
I mean, for me, the Giants doing
That's
that to John
hilarious.
Elway when
That's
he was
hilarious.
John bleeping Elway. That was right on. That was also right off the drive. That was like a year after the drive.
Yeah,
So-
it was.
Ooh,
Look, man, they had Joe Morris as the running back, Phil
Yeah.
McConkey as the kick return. No, listen,
and
that
then
team right there.
Mark Stinking
is-
Bavaro. Oh God.
Oh, Mark Bavaro, 5-yard
Man.
catch and go down. Dog, they won 2 Super Bowls with that squad.
They
Yeah,
did, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they're the luckiest team that year because Gary Clark dropped a touchdown pass. I never forget that. I was so mad.
Oh yeah.
It
You
just
talking about the
makes
year?
me hurt. You
That's the
say
year
we won.
you're right.
I do remember that. Yeah.
That's
He
the
dropped a bomb.
Is that the that's the year they played the Bills? You talking about the years they played the Bills?
No,
in the Super Bowl?
86. It was 86.
Oh, okay.
86. We
No,
went to
it's
the
when we
NFC
had Jay
Championship game.
Strader who looked
Oh yeah,
like he
Jay
was it,
Strader.
but wasn't
Yeah,
really.
when everybody like loved Jay Strader back then before anything, before
Yeah.
he became who everybody knew he was going to be.
You're right,
Jay
Paul.
Exactly.
Gary Clark did drop a touchdown pass that could have changed that game. That's
Could
true.
have changed that game. He dropped a touchdown pass. I was like, are you serious? So yeah,
That Giants defense was so nasty. Oh my God,
It
Carl
was.
Banks too. God, we haven't even talked about
Hey,
him.
man, they was vicious, man. I got to give them props, man. I'm with George on that, man. They was vicious, man. Oh
They
man,
But
Look,
yeah,
he was
our
like-
Seattle defense. If Drake Maye had been performing well, I think we would view it differently. Like what they did to Peyton. Legion.
Oh
of Boom.
no! Peyton was disrespectful because that was supposed to be a crowning moment for Peyton.
No,
They
he-
did Peyton.
Oh, it was so great.
Damn, don't be hating on Peyton. Why you
it's
hating on
amazing
Peyton?
that
Oh,
the
no,
Legion
no.
of Boom
Oh no!
only
I am
got
so
one
sick of the
Super
call
Bowl.
of Peyton.
Why you
And
hating on
him
Peyton? I
getting
love
his ass
Peyton.
whipped in the Super Bowl by
I love Peyton.
the
I'm
two
not Peyton like that.
Hokies. The two Hokies in the Legion of Boom. I enjoyed that tremendously.
I
Percy Harvin.
I love Peyton, man. Don't that.
Percy Harvin from Virginia Beach, Lansdowne High School, taking one back.
George taking it back.
Of course, Russell
No,
Wilson.
George is trying to clout for his hometown.
That's right. And Russell Wilson, collegiate prep school.
So
in
you're
Richmond,
messed up.
baby.
You messed up when you mentioned Sarah's husband. You know how I feel about Sarah's husband.
I don't care. He's from the Richmond area, man. It was awesome.
Here's the funny thing about that. Seattle quietly has been a very prevalent team.
Yes,
I just thought about that.
Yeah,
Quietly.
no, it's a fact because they weren't for a while. They weren't relevant in terms of in the NFL. Now you look at the Legion of Boom, and now this team. It's ever since
They got
Mike
screwed
Holmgren
in the Pittsburgh Super Bowl, or they would have won that one.
It's like ever since Mike Holmgren took over the team, they just kind of been coming. They've come into this realm of being a good run franchise in terms of football. Yeah, you're right.
And guess what?
They always been a good run franchise. Even with Alexander over there as their running back.
Yeah, they said Mike Holmgren when Mike Holmgren came over. That's what I'm saying. When he came over, that's when they started to build. They got Hasselbeck, Alexander. So it was they started building a winning culture in Seattle, and they just kind of carried it. Then they got Pete Carroll, and now you got the new young phenom and Macdonald. So they ready, man. They ready.
And they came from the Washington tree because Snyder, the GM president, he was initially started in Washington in the Dan Snyder era.
I mean, look, man, everything bad.
Thank you. That's what I said. DC Slim. Damn.
Look,
he was a player personnel, and everybody in the chat and George or Wole, y'all can look it up. I forgot what position he had with us, but he directly came from Washington. We the Redskins under Snyder era. Snyder was here. Yeah. Then he moved over he was a GM at Seattle where they were building their I call him the mini consistent dynasty now.
Yeah.
He was the architect of the whole thing.
Look,
And he left us.
Not everything bad comes from the Snyder regime.
No, I know, right?
I'm telling you, man, Snyder spend that money. Look, that's one thing.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, Slim, say that. Slim, say that again.
Is he dropped that bread? Look, all we gotta do is look. We want this person, Snyder, go out there and get him. Now he might meddle in everything, but he's definitely gonna get the person in, man.
Slim, that's Slim. I always say that. That's why I tell folks about in terms of being immature in certain elements, yes, right. But there's one thing you can't deny if you're a fan, because that's all we want as fans. As fans, what we really want is when a player is available or a coach is available, we want our owner to really give the money up. That's what we want as fans from our owner. That's what we want. And there's one thing I'll tell you. Y'all want Josh Norman? You can get Josh Norman. Y'all want at that time, it sound bad, but at that time, Albert Hainsworth, everybody wanted him. I don't want to hear that crap. Everybody wanted Albert Hainsworth. I ain't want to hear that. So Snyder will always pay. You know what I'm saying? And as a fan, when folks are playing their little video games, playing Madden, and they playing franchise mode, they trying to sign the best player. No one's doing, we're gonna get this player. Because his character is so great. Nobody's worried about the character. We worry about what you do. Is your rating 99? Is your rating a 99? That's what we care about. We don't care about Jordan. We don't care about he's walking people to cross the street. He's such a great person. So in terms of so we talk about Mike because we talk about him here, because we always say we could have had Macdonald here. Hopefully we could have had him here in DC, right? Where does this Super Bowl put him in terms of these young coaches now? We always mention Deshaun McVay's and folks like that. This dude got a bowl, he got a chip, and his team don't look like he going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere soon. The way this team is built and how young they are. So I'm gonna start with you, George. Where do you put Mike McDaniel at right now? I mean Mike Macdonald. Excuse me, Mike Macdonald.
I'll tell you what, the only one that's got him beat, and it's only barely, is Sean McVay. Because here's another thing we got to remember: they had a quarterback that the whole city loved, who had been productive and really good, and they dumped him on the Raiders and took Sam Darnold, who everybody's going crazy about Sam Darnold. The reason Minnesota got rid of him, he came up small against Detroit with everything on the line in the regular season, and then came up even smaller in the playoff game against the Rams in Arizona.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good – nobody was hailing them signing Sam Darnold. Yeah. There were questions. I was making fun of him for it, saying, well, you just got this guy, and once he gets away from Kevin O'Connell, he ain't going to be nothing.
You did.
And look at what they've done. Look at the fact that they did that, and it's worked. The way they built that defense up, how young their offensive line is, and it's almost all draft picks. Mike Macdonald, McVay's the only one that's got him covered, but it's close.
Hey, Slim.
I got to put him. It's tricky for me, man. It's the worst year I saw of NFL quarterbacks. So, and I do think now I'm not taking nothing from Seattle, but I am. This playoffs was kind of like a mulligan. Yeah. All right. They wound it up against the Patriots. I would have a different judgment if I would have saw him against Bo Nix, Allen, or something like that. So, I mean, I'm going to give him his kudos because he won. I ain't going to be a hater. But I don't know if I want to do the McVay thing yet. I think, he got lucky. Let's see what happens next year. I think he has the luck of a smart GM. So that'll benefit. But let me just wait and see. But next year, I don't know if I want to give him the McVay thing yet.
Before I go to Paul, it says I'm reading it from here we go again. 777 says never forgive Pats fans. Docs the voter who voted for Justin Herbert posted his address and his kid's name and school all because he didn't vote for May for MVP. Well, all right. So my man Paul, your thoughts? Where do you have him at?
I'll say he's a tie with McVay because he did more. He did more with less. And he did it in he did it in the second year. He didn't have an MVP quarterback at the time. So he had less, as far as and doing it from the defensive point of view makes it a lot better.
It does.
You know, he's doing it from, you know, everybody wants to say, you know, defense wins championships. We all know that's that motto. But I give Macdonald because one, he came out of nowhere. And I mean not nowhere like he was not known. He was known in the coaching ranks. He was under Baltimore, but to do it in 2 years
and Jim
Harbaugh. Under Jim Harbaugh, and to be dominant. They were dominant for 2 years straight on their defense now. It's not like a surprise. Under him. So to do it in the second year as a head coach and to be dominant like they were consistently throughout the whole year. I say he's the Sean McVay on the defensive side, but I got him tied. And if he does it again next year, I got him ahead of Sean McVay. Because people don't understand, Sean McVay is the wonder kid. We love him. But Sean been coming up short lately, too. So
exactly. Sean has how many Super Bowls?
He's had some real bad coaching efforts in playoffs.
Yeah, Sean has he has. Sean has how many Super Bowl wins?
One.
He got one.
How much McDonald?
He's got another, and he's got one other appearance.
Yeah, how many does Macdonald has? One?
He has one in 2 years.
In 2 years? And how many times he beat Sean McVay this year?
Swept him, didn't he? Or they split? No, they beat 2-1. 2-1. Yeah.
2-1. Yeah, he the better one. He better. To me, I got him over Sean McVay at this particular point in time. And then he beat him he beat him with the MVP. He beat him with the MVP quarterback in the end. He beat the MVP in the NFC Championship game. Like to get to the Super Bowl.
Break, fellas. Okay, y'all gonna have to slow down right now. Okay. All right, now look, he also has, I would say, a couple better players on defense than Sean McVay. All right. One thing about
no. Wait. Slim, I'm gonna let you go. But wait, you talking about this year or in the past?
I'm saying I think the Rams has a better offense. Sean McVay is only good as the players that he's coaching.
Okay.
And that's how I feel about coaches. I'm not one. I don't like to do what y'all doing.
Because I'm not gonna say that because their defense is like their D line is a bunch of first round. They got dudes on the D line. Like so.
Yeah, so he has a. I think he had a better defense.
No, I agree. I think McDonald. Yeah, I agree. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that, all right, but when McVay won his bowl, he had nothing but studs on defense. Like,
that's my point. So that's why I think coaching is tricky. Like you know,
I got you.
It's a trick to that. Like put it like this: when it comes to the Patriots' greatness, I give Belichick the credit for that.
I agree with you.
But I also give him the credit because he was half GM, so he was picking his own players. He was picking what he wanted. He was also picking a certain type of player. In this case, I gotta just say, I give the credit to the GM for who he picking to put with this coach in today's age. Because I think it's more of that in today's coaching than actual coaching. If you understand.
I know what you're saying. But the reason why I say it's coaching with him because some of those young players that he had was under the other regime. You know what I'm saying? Like Witherspoon was under him. Kobe Bryant and them, they were under him, under the other regime. With Pete Carroll. Like a lot of them dudes were still under Pete Carroll. The young guys that now are coming are bringing up, are playing up. Other than the kid from South Carolina, everybody is the dudes they drafted. But they didn't do this outside of Macdonald. So, but I agree with you. You're right. I do feel like, and you're talking about this year. Yes, I agree with you. Like definitely Seattle, because of where these players are, their defense is better. They're more talented than the Rams defense. And that's not that's a fact. That's a fact. And you're right. There is, I say this in all of when people compare players, positions, and whatnot, coaches. I do agree with that. Like we all also have to put in context of players and coaches of who's in what situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good point. It's a very fair point. Paul, you wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was saying was that Sean, but like Sean had more of a balance. Like I'm saying, my point is I like Macdonald because Macdonald's offense, even though Clint's a great coordinator, he doesn't have the quarterback that Sean has.
I agree.
And that makes a difference. Just to me, that's just my opinion. Macdonald's winning this purely on, hey, do not turn the ball over. He's like Bill Parcells. Don't turn the ball over. We'll take care of the rest of it.
No, I get you. That's a good point. I can see that point too, George.
I mean, oh, that's the thing. Like the Rams had the better weapons on offense, and they had the better star players on defense. They had Darnold, they had Ramsey at his peak, and you could argue that Seattle doesn't have anybody like that.
Yeah, no one has
They
an
just
Aaron
have a
Donald.
lot
No one
of
has.
players.
No one has an Aaron Donald. You have like that that Rams defense had a lot of really good players. Like they had elite players. I would say I don't think their defensive coordinator was as good as Macdonald. That's what I would say. The defensive mind wasn't as good.
That.
Like I feel like if you give Macdonald
something out there about Seattle for next year, and
that's what I want to get to.
Clint Kubiak is leaving
to
be the Raiders coach.
Yeah.
Is that their biggest question? Is who's going to replace him?
I think
he did a hell of a job this year.
It will.
It didn't look like it tonight, but
he did
a hell of a job this year.
I think it's definitely going to hurt, but I do think when you got a defense like that, I mean, it ain't going to be. I mean, like, depending on what the Rams do, like they are in a tough conference, right? That NFC West is tough. So yeah, they could take a step back, but I still think they'll be able to compete with that defense. They'll be able to compete for a Super Bowl. Like their defense is still good enough to beat a lot of teams. Again, like they made me witnesses of how they made because Washington's offense is bad anyway, but like it's the way you do things, like the way you dominate, the way you put belt to ass against somebody. Like they did that, and the thing about it is, again, I'm gonna say this: other than the Rams, they were putting belt to ass to all offenses out there. Like, for real. Other than the Rams, they were doing this. Like, they were beating people up. But, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I give them their credit because they did it to the Niners with Kyle Shanahan. They were letting people know, like, they were there. So, they're going to be around because, one, they're young. They got legs. I mean, then you got the draft is coming. They probably will get another stud from the draft. Because they have.
I think they're one-hit wonder, Wole.
You think? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're coached too differently.
You know what? They're gonna get. They are going to get stripped by the end of the night. So they're already about to lose their OC.
Okay.
About 2 or 3 of those players gonna be gone.
Kenneth Walker's gonna be gone. Kenneth Walker's gonna probably be gone.
Yeah, and see this how I see, like, to me the Eagles from last year when they beat the Kansas City Chiefs, that was one of the best constructed, like, built teams I ever seen in my life, right?
Yeah, it was a good team, yeah.
The reason why their success didn't go on is because everybody just started stripping them.
Yeah, well,
once you win that Super Bowl, in order to stay consistent, you got to tell me that a lot of your staff gonna stay, and a lot of these dudes are already under long contracts. Like they're gonna lose Lawrence. Lawrence is gone. All right. I think Kobe Bryant.
He's a 1-year deal.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, like I know he's not gonna turn no money down. They said you heard him say he got 6 kids a day, and his wife he about to drop 7 during the game. All right, so so I mean, I understand what you're trying. I think in this league right now, I don't think Seattle is one of those superior teams like Kansas City, Baltimore. I actually think I don't think Kansas City was the best team in the league.
I'm about to say they weren't by far. Kansas City was so horrible. They were horrible this year.
And they also had an easy schedule too. If you look at their schedule,
Kansas City.
No, Seattle. They didn't. They wasn't beating up great people.
The division is tougher than anybody in the league, so they're going to see them teams twice.
Right.
Like they can't.
I mean, okay, I give you that.
They got the hardest. Like they're like I don't know who was the opposition in the West. I mean, they played the East. The West played the East. No, we didn't play the Niners. So I don't know. Like I don't know their opposition of who they played in other conferences in terms of with the West. But I just know that in their division, like you're looking at 3 teams they won over how many games this season? 3 teams won over 10 plus games.
Okay, I'll take that back, but I'll tell you this. You right. You got a point. I don't think they're gonna be all great next year though. Because
it's gonna be harder. It's definitely gonna be harder.
Hey, they coming next year. Look, the Eagles. You got the Commanders. The Giants gonna be good next year.
We hope the Commanders.
I mean, you're right. You know what I noticed this game? This game showed me that in this draft. Now I know people about to get pissed off when I say this.
Go for it, bro.
In this draft is why you don't need to draft a defensive end. you need to get a solid running back.
I mean, look, man.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that Tuesday.
Yeah, no, we know. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Slim, you already know. Slim. You know we stand with that, Slim. You already know. We don't need to get into Slim. We already know, man.
Yeah, I just want to throw that
You already know,
no,
boy.
look, man. I think this. I will say this. I think this Super Bowl shows you though, like how important it is to have like a good flowing defense, though. I think it shows.
And I would go the other way, DC Slim. This Super Bowl shows you that if you can get pressure with 4, you can stop anybody. You can cause turnovers because you can do all.
Hey, but y'all got to
things.
remember, they not just running the same 4. They are alternating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna add this. Let me add this too, real quick. They not just throwing 4 though. They're not just running 4 though. They disguise and blitzes. Yeah. They was blitzing. This to add to your point, George. You're right. It shows you what happens when you have a great defensive-minded coach. Defensive-minded, like a coach who has a good defensive mind, who knows how to mix things up. It shows you that can take you a long way with talent. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you. That's all I'm saying. Like this let you know, right? What good defenses and like fast defense. Now, like you didn't see any, or in Seattle, like to what Slim has always said, and I agree with him. You know, I said this again, like, and I'm pro some of these. I like these players, but I know what defense works in the NFL when you're trying to win the Super Bowls. This is my point. Like when you're trying to win in the like New England, like New England's in there too. Like New England in there too. You gotta have fast, twitchy players. You can't be banking on older 35, 33-year-old players as your best players. You can't. You saw the Super Bowl. Them dudes who were making plays, they were young dudes. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not gonna lie.
When you got speed on defense, man, I'm telling you, when you got speed on defense, like it's 12 people out there.
Yeah, like you saw it. Like everybody saw it. If you watch that game, you can't tell me what, like when we talk about why Washington, how we get annoyed at Washington, this defense, and the loyalty to said players. When you watch that, when you watch those two teams, and I'm not even saying forget the score. When you watch those two teams play defense, that is why, like, you can get to the NFC Championship game, you can get to whatever. You want to get to the big game, watch. That's what gets you the Super Bowl. The Eagles last year, that's what got you to. That's why they won the Super Bowl. Like 2 years in a row, we didn't seen it. We could talk offense all we want and whatever, but 2 years in a row, we just saw it. 2 years in a row. And one was against the great Patrick Mahomes. This year was against, regardless of you people think he overrated, whatever. This year was against the runner-up and MVP. 2 years in a row, defenses have outplayed the quarterbacks. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mic drop from Wole there.
2 years drop.
That should have been full screen.
Huh? You know what? Quarterback play in the NFL stinks right now.
It ain't elite. It ain't winning. It's like, that's the thing. It's not like, all right. The thing is, we've been spoiled. To your point, we've been spoiled with greatness with Tom Brady and
Tom Brady is not great.
But you know what I mean. But no. You know what I mean. Though. I mean, you know what I mean. He is great. He's
Joe
great
Montana is great.
What you know what? But he clutch though. But that's, you know what I'm talking about. Like, look, I know how you feel about Tom. It is what it's like. I gotta give him his flowers on. He's got bows. I gotta give him his flowers. But like Tom Brady and then Pat Mahomes, right? We've been spoiled with that type of like generalship. You know what I'm saying? As playing the quarterback position. So when you see that, all right, that is winning. That is Super Bowl winning quarterback play, right? To your point, Slim. I agree. I know you're going with it, but like the rest ain't really like that. I'm even as much as everybody gas up. Like there's a reason why Josh Allen always falls short. There's a reason why, and I like Lamar. The reason why Lamar falls short. Like the reason why some of these dudes fall short when they're playing certain teams is because they don't got that extra at times. So that's the reason. When you look at, like,
I wouldn't even say that. Well, I don't think none of them are true pocket passes.
That could be. I'm not arguing that too. You know what? I'll give you that too. I'll give you that too.
I don't think no quarterback in the league, and I'm even say Jaden Daniels.
Yes,
know how to
I agree.
3-step drop.
I agree.
Count to 3 and look for the open man, and then do that. Because that's what I think.
No, I agree. Because to do that, to play that style, that style, to your point, Slim, that style will always win Super Bowls. Will always win Super Bowls. And especially when you're playing against elite defenses, that style always beats elite defenses because you're dissecting them and you're outthinking them. That style will always beat an elite defense. When you just are running, like when you're used to running like spread and all that other stuff, like college-based stuff that try to like now that's what teams do in the league. They bring college-based a college-based offense to run for these new age quarterbacks, right? To Slim's point, right? They're not really pocket passing quarterbacks. They're spread, college-based, get them out, in shotgun all the time type of offense. When you play an elite defense, you're going to struggle.
All right.
Like and that's what it is. You're going to struggle.
And to your point, Wole, like we had discussed it earlier, that's why I want JD to learn how to get back. He was doing it last year towards in the playoffs. And I gotta tell you, I got your point. You said 2024, JD could have completed that pass.
Yeah.
I got your point now. My bad. I got your point. Yeah. And to Slim's point, and George, you can comment on this too. And I always tell everybody what the difference is like what DC Slim said. When it's a big game and you need to complete a pass, Patrick Mahomes gets the Bills 3rd and 6. He dropped back. Soon as his back foot hit, the ball was out. Big play of the game. You got to go to basics of his quarterback. You got to get the ball out your hands to the playmakers. When the game counted, he wasn't scrambling, running around. He dropped back, sat in that pocket, and delivered the football. And that's like you said, that extra level. Allen and Lamar haven't gotten to that point yet where Patrick and Brady has always done that.
I'm gonna read this comment from Taj because Taj, he said, "I will agree that Pat's defense played just as good as Seahawks. The difference to me was Darnold made more plays than Maye, so quarterback play is important." I would disagree with that. You know why? More plays doesn't mean actually good, though. That's the problem. You're saying more plays. Yes, he made more plays than Drake Maye. Facts, but that doesn't mean he played well. He threw for 50%. That's not good. He made more plays than if two dudes are playing bad, somebody's gonna make outplayed. So one is more positive than the other individual. They both weren't good.
And he was so bad as the quarterback, throwing a touchdown and no picks. He didn't even get MVP.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real with you. Like this lets you know how he was a manager, basically. And I don't know how I can give a manager credit because it's 3rd and 5, and they played it safe. They were doing third downs and running the ball. That lets you know where they thought of him as the quarterback in that situation against that New England.
3rd and 12, so they could kick the field goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know, he made more plays than Maye. That's a fact. But he wasn't good. Like he wasn't the reason they won. Like he didn't turn the ball over. That's why they won.
Yeah.
So there's a level.
I would still argue with both Lamar and Josh Allen that if their head coaches are better, do a better job, they'll get there. I think both of them have been sabotaged by really questionable coaching.
I know it's possible. I'm not saying they won't, but I'm saying that it's more, and you're more. So I think it's easier for the pocket, when I mean pocket passer, you can still be able to run the football. That doesn't mean about running or not. That's not a thing. I'm talking about being able to throw it and manipulate it from the pocket, which I've said that I think Lamar has gotten better at it. I've always said that on whatever.
Yeah, and what Paul says is right. With Mahomes, because in those key moments, 1, 2, 3, throw the ball, and it's right there. It's so accurate, and that's why he's made so many of those plays over the years.
Yeah, Mahomes is a
mixture of Brett Favre and Steve Young to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Freestyle. Now,
Hey, I think he one of the great. I think he better than Brady. If we just see my version, my greatness is not based on team victories. I'm talking about just true quarterback. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and put Mahomes up there with Marino, Montana, Brett Favre, just because of what he can do. Though he's a game changer. And as far as what y'all saying about Allen and Jackson, unfortunately, those kind of quarterbacks don't win Super Bowls.
It's been shown. It's been shown. You're right.
Unless they are on good defenses. The difference between Steve Young and John Elway are similar to me. All right. They more running back style scramblers, but they knew not to, throw the stupid play. Yeah. Lamar and Josh Allen don't play like that. They more athletes than quarterbacks. And that's not a knock to them.
I know Donovan
McNabb, He to me was more of a pocket passer than a scrambler, but he was posed as a scrambler. Mike Vick is my favorite quarterback of all time, but he's just not. He couldn't win a Super Bowl because a quarterback like that you take away from your offense. And that's the thing that I hate about having a quarterback like Jaden. And look, dog, I'm serious. I love this dude to death.
Yeah,
but
I know you're talking about. I know you're gonna say
quarterback can make your offense one-dimensional.
It can.
But,
no, I agree.
But he's not a scrambling quarterback.
I mean, well, he kind of is, bro. He
kind of is a scrambling quarterback.
Yeah, like he got 800 yards. And think about it, like that's what I said. Like,
well, he got 800 yards because with no running backs last year.
Well, he liked the run. He do like the run. That's what you like. He do like the run. Like that's not a thing. That's not a knock. We saw. That's why I told you. Like when I said he did it in preseason. That's why I was like, he got to get away from that mindset. Like the run he did up the middle, he got to get away from that mindset. Because it's like, and this is why I like Todd's, like, when you mentioned Steve Young and Elway, and it's nothing that Jaden can't get out of it. Like Steve Young and Elway used to run the ball a lot as like in their youth. But then they kind of got into a rhythm. Like, well, the Niners under Seifert, he was like, nah, you got to start throwing the ball. You got to stop running. He was like, you got to stop running. You got to start throwing. So that made him more of a pocket quarterback. And then Elway over time, Elway was like, nah, I can't keep running. So Elway, he ran as like getting the extra 10 yards, but Elway wasn't running just like running. Elway was more, if he ran, he was running to get open, to get room to heave that the bomb or whatnot. He was running to get somebody.
Elway was a high-priced Tim Tebow.
Nah, I won't say that.
Nah, he way better than Tebow. No, don't do that.
No, Elway never had like a glorified arm, but he was more of a running back than a like.
Elway's arm ranked higher than any. Like was one of the best.
He was strong arm, but you wasn't sitting there saying he was putting passes where they were going.
He was like Montana.
As a baseball pitcher, he had a golden.
Oh, you talking about touch? Slim, you talking about touch?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. So like, I don't put him.
He won the game at the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna put okay. He's always clutch as hell. But I would say, because this is the thing, like you talk about Steve Young, because I didn't even think Steve Young was like accurate to me. I think the West Coast offense made him seem accurate. I will say this. I would say with Steve Young, like, because you mentioned Montana. That's why I have so much love for Montana, because I saw the difference in San Fran. I know we talking a whole different. Now we're doing a football discussion, but like Montana, what I liked about Montana with Rice or Montana with Taylor is that Montana, if you watch it, for any football fan to go back and watch it, Montana, Jerry Rice and Taylor and them didn't have to work for them passes. Them joints was always on stride for Montana. When you look at even I want to say with Young, like Young would throw it up to Jerry. Like he would give Jerry more opportunities. So he just throw it up a lot of times. Like, yeah, he had the slant. Everybody knew the 1-2 slant. That's going to be on stride. That's whatever. But like the deep passes, like when Montana threw a deep pass, like dude, like before you even see it, you like this dude, but this is about to be a touchdown. Like you already knew, like in your mind, it'd be like if Montana let it go, it's going to be a touchdown.
What did Elway when he won the Super Bowl? Steve Young when he got better, and Patrick Mahomes. What do they all have in common?
West Coast
and Tom Brady too. Thank you. But here's my thing. Like, and Jordan did the best with the triangle. Once you're a superstar, but you're in a structured offense where you know where your outs are, your easy plays to pick up. When you go outside the play, you extend the play or freelance, that enhance you. But once you know your basic style of offense you're going to do, once you execute that, then you can go off script. But once they're in a basic offense, that would make Elway better than Shanahan. He said, hey, Shanahan said, we're going to run the ball and do what you do better.
These questions, like I see you. Steve McNair made it to the chip, and it took a goal line defensive play to keep them from winning the chip. I will say this too, though. That Titans defense was like that.
It was.
Steve McNair was also the Black John.
No. I love rest in peace. I love Steve McNair. He's one of my favorites.
George, you hit that right on the nose. He was the Black John Elway.
Yes. Hey, that's a fact. Hey, that's a fact.
If only he didn't have to carry Jeff Fisher's sorry ass for that long, he would have had a couple championships.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact about Steve McNair being the Black John Elway. I do like that one.
He was amazing.
He was. But that defense, that Titans, I'm just saying, like, and that wasn't the best version of Steve McNair. Who got to the Super Bowl? That wasn't the best version of Steve McNair. That version wasn't even the best version of Steve McNair. The best version of Steve McNair came like a couple years after. Like that's when him playing the quarterback positions, he took it to another level. But like, if that game, he was a running quarterback in that game. But I would say this, like, that defense was pretty much. And Eddie George was like what they ran with. That was their unit. It was Eddie George in the run game in that defense. So again, they just played the greatest show on turf. And for if you remember, nobody gave them a chance to be that close. That defense kept them in the game because they was punching them. They was punching that team in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? So they were big underdogs. They were big underdogs in that game. They weren't supposed to be in that game. But we about to close this thing out. I want to appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. We had a good talk, good discussion about the Super Bowl. Yeah, man. Look, I was rooting for Drake, but I Drake Maye because I like Drake Maye. I personally like Drake Maye, but I knew I predicted Seattle would win. I just felt like Seattle had to, like, I seen that defense. I know what time that defense is on. Like, no one going, like, that's one thing about me. I tell people all the time. One thing about me, I can separate my bias from real life stuff. Like, when I know that you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. I don't need to give you blind loyalty. I know you're gonna lose. All right. Yeah. I don't need to give you the.
You got to be honest and say Drake Maye's playoff performance as quarterback was the worst.
Oh, it was not. It was not worse in NFL history, which wasn't good.
Yeah,
like, I would say,
I would say it was even worse than my man in Baltimore, who was just.
No. What I would say this though, Drake Maye, if you look at real talk, what Drake Maye had to go through to get to the boat, like the defenses, I don't think anybody has had that merge role of defense.
Listen, man, I am tired of y'all making that excuse for him.
Hey, look, I'm telling you the truth, bro. I'm telling you the truth.
If he would have beat them, we wouldn't have heard that.
I don't look. I don't think he played well. I'm just being real.
You can't use that because I think he fumbled the ball 9 times and threw 21 interceptions.
All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is this, bro. You just told me, and this is the thing. You didn't say it like we gotta. This is what I would say. Didn't you just tell me they don't got any weapons? So you going to like you just told me they got no weapons.
Look, what I see with Drake Maye. Look, man, he's scared to throw the ball.
He not. Right. That's what I'm saying.
He is. Look,
he's scared to throw us elite defenses.
There you go.
That's elite defense. Just say elite defense.
Yeah, I know. A lot tonight. He got a lot tonight.
And like, come on, man. Look, Slim. You done made the argument about like they set him up. The offensive line suck. We didn't say all these things. I'm just saying when you playing against this is the thing. When you playing against elite defenses, they gonna expose every weakness you got on your offense, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, all I'm saying.
He's not coming back from this. He is done.
He'll come back from this. He'll be all right. He'll be fine.
He'll come back from.
You can see it. You can see it in his eyes.
Man, y'all see, this is the thing. This is why people. This is what I'm saying. This is my issue with like football in general. Not even like Drake Maye in general. People are quick to close the door on somebody's career and not give them an opportunity to grow off anything. That's what I'm saying. Like he this year too. Like we can't just say like if he was in year 10, yes. But it's year 2.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. That's another one of them cliches I noticed y'all keep doing.
I ain't no cliche. I'm the one that always says it. I've been saying this from day one. Everybody know me.
You can't tell me besides somebody like Sam Darnold, which you saw glimpses of his greatness.
Not really.
You saw a little bit of it.
I didn't. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He was in Carolina. He had an arm. Even though he has a Super Bowl, he's still a crash dummy.
Hey, Slim. I don't want to lie to you.
Sam Darnold is Trent Dilfer with an arm.
No, Slim. I can't lie to you, Slim. I can't. Look, Slim. I won't even lie to you. That's when you said I saw. I won't say I didn't see that.
Name a quarterback that you think somebody gave up on.
Geno. I thought Geno. They gave him.
Geno is trash.
No. But see, when Geno proved that he wasn't as bad as everybody, I thought.
Geno is definitely bad.
Geno had 4 or 5. Geno had 4 or 5. He had 4,000 yards. The year he had with Seattle was not trash.
Are we talking about Geno Smith?
Yes. Look at what the stats when he went to Seattle. Look at the stats. Did Geno take him to the playoffs?
Okay.
Seattle to the playoffs, right?
Right. I mean. Yeah,
come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. You may not like Geno, but I'm just saying, like, what they said where Geno was at, he wasn't where they said he was. They said he could not be a starting quarterback in the league.
On Geno best day, he averaged.
Nah, I'm gonna say
Seattle gonna Seattle probably in the next year or so they're gonna try to get another quarterback.
Of course,
Sam is
I agree
maxed
with
out
that.
to me.
I
He's
think
maxed out.
I think eventually to Sam, like I'm gonna say this. You know what? He may turn this into something else. You know what I'm saying? So let me go there. Like, but I'm not the biggest believer in Sam Darnold. Personally, I'm not. But
I think you get Sam a better O-line, he'll be vicious. Because Seattle actually
you like Sam Darnold like that? You like him like that?
What I'm telling you is when it comes to somebody like Sam Darnold, he got a cannon, dog. Now you can shake him up a little bit, but he's the only one that I would probably have faith in. All right.
Oh, wow.
But far as Drake Maye, he's not showing you anything in college to show you that he's that type of quarterback.
Only second year.
His second year, Drake Maye was back. He's a runner-up MVP candidate, bro. Like I don't know.
And that was and I'm glad you said that. That is the flukiest MVP.
Hey, just say you don't like Drake Maye. Just say you don't like Drake Maye. That's okay. Just say you don't like Drake Maye. We can just go there.
Listen, man. Look, I think right now, and I'm gonna put my conspiracy hat on. You ready for this?
Go ahead.
I think this is the time for the New England Patriots to pay the piper for all of the stuff that they doing. All right. So if you want to look at it in that sense, but I don't have any faith in Drake Maye. Drake Maye is not coming back. He doesn't have like a rocket arm. He's not exciting. And you know him runner up. You could have put a couple other people in there, but I also think the Pro Bowl and the MVP is worthless now.
Well, man, the Pro Bowl's trash. We don't even talk about the Pro Bowl. That's ridiculous.
No,
the Pro Bowl's ridiculous. I won't say the MVP, but the Pro Bowl's ridiculous. To the outer debate, Terry Bradshaw quarterback rating was 5.2 in 1974, and they won the chip. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know what this means.
We were talking about bad quarterback runs and all that. Since you brought up Terry Bradshaw, I got to remind everybody of this.
I don't know what that means. What debate though? You saying Bradshaw was like great or good or whatever?
No, he was average.
Bradshaw was like
Bradshaw defense.
But that again, they won. See, that's the thing. They won that defense. They won off their defense. Like for real. Yeah. But that's a whole different argument.
They did.
Go ahead, George. Yeah, that's we talking about the still.
By the way, Terry Bradshaw is one of these guys that dissed Sonny Jurgensen. And Sonny Jurgensen passed this week, and I just want to remind everybody that Terry Bradshaw couldn't carry Sonny Jurgensen's jockstrap as a quarterback.
I agree with that. Totally agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Well, that's definitely a fact.
That's a fact. George, you want to say something before we close the show out? All right.
So I'm good. I've enjoyed this.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody. I got it. I get your point, Taj. All right, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Y'all made this dope, man. George, thank you for pulling up, man. You my guy.
Yes, George.
You my guy.
Hey, nice to talk to you, George, man. I love you to death.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I'm
honored to be on with George for a change, man.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
Oh, man. Appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all dope, man. Anyway, everybody pulling up. You guys are the true MVPs. I'm hoping that now we football. Damn, wow. We got to wait like months for like the football to be back. You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
No, we ain't. Hey, last year went by fast. This year's gonna go by slow again, folks. You remember we were talking about it? It went by quick.
Because it was all boosted, man. Because we was boosted after we had to do it. Now we gotta wait for some trash. All right, y'all. Anyway, y'all take it easy, man. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene by Aegis. Yiddy Deuces. We are out. Peace.